at this time, please allow me to introduce to you the former LPW Grand Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the intangible Zoë Sager.
I gotta tell you, it does sound very odd to hear the words former when Zoë Sager is announced. Had a stranglehold on that championship for many, many months. Lumberjack Larry Woods putting an end to that title run in a very, very chaotic match. Main event last month. And now the former champ's got the mic.
Chaotic's one way to put it.
Shut up. I should be standing here today, still the LPW Grand Champion. I should still be holding that title. There is no champion because he's not here tonight. See? Shut up. I have been racking my brain, wondering where I went wrong. What went wrong last month? And I've been playing that moment over and over in my head, and I realized I did nothing wrong. I didn't lose that title. They lost that title for me. I had Lumberjack Larry Woods beat. I had him beat, and then the Rads come in. And then Seven butts their head in, and then Clandestine thinks that they were ready for that moment. And then when it was all said and done, and the dust cleared, Rich King decided to get himself involved like the little cockroach that he is, and he stuck around. I never lost that title, and tomorrow night there is nothing that is going to stop me from earning that #1 contendership and winning back that title in Rogers Place. I don't care what number I draw. If I draw #1 and have to go through every single one, even my own bodyguard, I will do it.
I mean, if anybody could do it, former champ can do it.
I will be beating up your little favorite T.Y. Jackson, and I will do it with my eyes closed.
Well, she hasn't lost her tenacity, has she?
Is scheduled for one fall, and it is a blindfold match.
Ahead of that big #1.
From Edmonton, Alberta, the intangible Zoë Sager.
Ahead of that big #1 contender gauntlet match tomorrow night. Zoë Sager, T.Y. Jackson going to go one-on-one in a blindfold match. And a lot at stake in that #1 contender gauntlet match. Not only are you receiving a championship match at the LPW Grand Championship, but you're getting it on the big stage at the Oil Rumble at Rogers Place.
The biggest stage of them all.
T.Y. Jackson, many consider the people's champion, co-signing and encouraging Lumberjack Larry Woods in his quest to become LPW Grand Champion. Teamwork makes the dream work, you might say.
Yeah, some say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Toronto, Ontario, this is T.Y. Jackson!
And you bring up that gauntlet match tomorrow. That's why Zoe brought up the fact that she's willing to go for her bodyguard, because they are, in fact, both in that match.
That championship means and meant everything to Zoe. And the fact that it's around the waist of somebody other than her, I'm sure, driving her mental state into a dangerous place.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, unfortunately, on this one. And
well, right now, unique action. T.Y. Jackson putting on that hood, that blindfold. Zoë Sager will be putting on one as well. I've never called a blindfold match. This is a first for me.
First for the great Big Bad Boris.
Oh, you stop it now.
And long list on this Hall of Famer.
Zoë Sager not allowing the referee, the official, to put the blindfold, put the hood on. She's going to do it herself.
She's not a child. She can get dressed. Keep your hands to yourself, Garvey.
Zoe holding on to that top rope for dear life, I think. I mean, in a situation like this is absolutely massive uncharted territory for these two athletes. They have... You take your sight for granted in your life and in your professional wrestling career, and that's taken away.
You'd think Zoe'd never been in a ring before.
I mean, the only kind of point of bearing they have are those ropes, really, to know exactly where they are.
Ooh.
Zoe swinging wildly.
Right up. She hurt. Did she catch her arm on that rope?
TY swinging wildly as well. See, I think TY may be looking to the fans for maybe some guidance as to pointing him in the right direction of his adversary.
Let's hope he's not swinging on those fans.
See, TY pointing very, very close. Fans shouting directional advice to T.Y. Jackson, and Zoe getting frustrated.
You'd think even a blind squirrel could find a nut.
Zoe using those ropes for bearing.
T.Y. might have something calculated.
T.Y. marching across the ring.
He just about hit me.
He almost flailed himself out of the ring.
Watch it, T.Y.
It might be whoever manages to kind of get the first shot, to fire the first salvo, that might be able to win this match off one shot.
Might end in a count out if somebody just walks the wrong direction.
Again, very, very close, but just not realizing they were that close to each other. Two ships passing in the night.
Uh-oh. What's going to happen with these two ships now?
They're on a collision course.
Turn around, Zoe.
Oh, hang on a sec. Zoe just hit the deck, and luckily she did.
Smart.
TY was swinging for the fences on that clothesline.
Smart. Instincts kicked in.
Again, both backing into the center of the ring.
And we're exchanging blows. Contact.
Yep, Zoe got a hold of him, and now she's going to take every second.
So what do you do in a situation like this, Boris? Does muscle memory kick in?
I think that's exactly it, and I think you saw TY maintaining control of that wrist. As long as he's got control of that wrist, he knows where Zoe's body is.
He's got a good idea anyways.
Zoe able to break control, and now she's just swinging wildly.
I can't count to 4 when I'm blind. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
See, Zoe lost connection to the body of T.Y. Jackson, and now out of sorts. Oh, I think she tried to go for that big kick in the corner and flailed herself out of the ring onto that stage area. I think she's realizing that she's no longer in the ring and she's on that stage. You can feel the cold, hard concrete of that stage.
Concrete feels a lot different than that mat. So, oh boy, oh boy.
Zoe now falling down to the floor.
So much for that stage.
TY just rolling. I think he's realizing he's not in the ring anymore either. And I think they're hearing that 10 count from Stuart Garvey, so they're both realizing now they got to get back in.
I think Zoe just punched the ring post.
Yep. I did not see that. But
she took a swing over here to my right, and I'm pretty confident she connected with either the turnbuckle or the ring post.
Yep, definitely favoring that right hand, so.
Shaking it off.
TY feeling, I don't think he's feeling the edge of that stage. I'm not sure if he knows if he's on the right-hand side, the left-hand side by the entranceway, or
T.Y.'s been known to jump off of a few things in his life, so.
He's got a hold.
Oh.
Yeah, he found the ring post, and now muscle memory taking over.
Here we go.
T.Y. up to the top. But, I mean, you're just going to dive blindly into the ring. I mean, that can be incredibly dangerous.
I mean, he dives blindly into the crowd all the time.
Zoe hit the ropes. TJ hit the canvas. Oh, she caught him going for the cover.
I think he also caught a piece of the turnbuckle, but it wasn't with his hand, Boris.
That muscle memory took over as soon as that cover was administered.
Yep.
T.Y. kicked out.
Yep.
But Zoe now raining down rights onto T.Y.
She's got to listen to the ref's count here. Oof. Things just got serious.
Stuart Garvey breaking up after she didn't answer that 5 count.
Gave her a break, really.
And now that there's distance between the two, Zoe back in no man's land. Hang on, Zoe just lifted up that hood. She just lifted up.
I can't see from my angle.
I can see just fine from that angle. T.Y. thinks he might have Zoe ready to fire a shot in. Referee worried about getting his lights punched out.
Oh, there she is.
Didn't see.
Yeah, see, she's got her blindfold on, Boris. Making things up.
He didn't see that Zoe snuck a peek for a second, put that blindfold back on, but unfortunately, in that split second when she put that blindfold back on, T.Y. Jackson wasn't where he was before. She took a tumble over the top down to the floor.
T.Y. might want to buy Stuart a drink before they take that next step in their relationship in the corner of the ring.
Well, they just bumped into each other. T.Y. got a hold of that wrist. Inside cradle. And T.Y. got the win with the inside cradle. All it took was 1 second of just grabbing a hold of the carcass of Zoë Sager and sneaking in that inside cradle.
I thought that was a 2 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the bout, T.Y. Jackson.
And things going from bad to worse for the former LPW Grand Champion.
Is that a full 3 count? I want to see that replay. Where's the replay?
Very unique contest.
Well, we don't see those particular shoulders get pinned to the mat very often in this ring, and I can't imagine Zoe's going to be happy that that's 2 months in a row.